Alright, what? Hello. We're gonna do a quick and dirty, super raw, uncut fucking analysis of Avilo and his bullshit.
But there's not really any video you can make.
Fuck my life.
It gets even worse if they make like Colossus or
So I'm just gonna fucking mute him or put him really low. Reason why I'm doing this is because, like, oh my god, over the so many years of this fucking kid playing this goddamn game, fucking him having like the most lame fucking playstyle and forcing people to fucking play against him, those fucking retarded mech shit, especially when he's doing like WCS qualifiers and everything. Like, holy shit, dude, I'm just fucking tired of hearing about this motherfucker. So, let's see if we could fucking figure out what the fuck is going on in this game.
$15 you ever spent. Yeah.
So he's going early fucking 2 gas.
A fake ID 7. It's not the real one.
Standard. Well, not standard. That early 2 gas can entail like a lot of stuff. To be honest, I'm not a Terran player. I off-race Terran. I don't fuck around with too many builds. Literally, I just do standard fucking Reaper expand, fucking get a factory, starport, whatever. But this early 2 gas, if you're a Zerg and you see something like this, you expect maybe like 3 Rex Reaper, or you fucking some weird factory shit, or super early like cloaked banshees or something. So we'll see what's up. Avilo sends in his SCV to scout. There's that second CC, so that's like a normal ass, pretty normal build. Normally you get a factory before adding on the reactor, but it's fine. No, the build is not extremely bad. Calm your shit. Okay, the reason why the build is not extremely bad, it's a pretty standard opening for Terran. The literal only difference is that instead of getting a factory before putting on the reactor on your barracks, you get the reactor on the barracks before factory. Only drawback is that you're not producing any early scouting Reaper, or you're not producing any early Marines, but you will be able to start up like your double Marine production a little quicker. And because he has the fucking scouting SCV in Avilo's base, he sees both of the fucking gases. He knows that, like, if anything's gonna be happening in early game with the gases, having the Marine production is gonna be good for him.
This dude opened the game with a reactor.
Alright, so there's...
I mean, Sniperino, apparently.
A stream Sniperino? Nick, he just saw both of your gases.
Sick.
Alright, so he's gonna put down his natural base there. I don't know why. And now he's like floating a lot of gas. My only assumption is that he's making a Liberator. Oh man, why'd I have to be sick? Making a Liberator, adding a tech lab? Is that a tech lab on the factory? Yeah, adding a tech lab. Maybe start a siege tank. This is like...
Does this guy understand that saying GLHF, I'm not going to... What the fuck?
This is gonna be a really weird, like, super defensive early build. I don't know, but the other guy scans his base. See, he saw like early 2 gas, and now he sees the starport. So the only real assumption that you have for if you are the other guy is I should make a safety Viking or a safety Liberator, one or the other. If you see the early 2 gases, you have to respond to some kind of gas intention play. Making a natural into a orbital. So he's seeking up here, and we're gonna see Viking, right? There's the Viking.
This guy is blatantly stream cheating.
No, he just saw your 2 gases. And the biggest problem, like, there's no way that you're ever gonna be able to spend all your fucking gas if you're gonna be
Fucking stream cheater.
doing a build like this, unless you're making high gas units, right? Like a siege tank, like liberators.
He like even built the one Viking for the specifically for the Liberator that he has no idea is coming.
He doesn't. There's no expectation of knowing whether or not a liberator is coming. He could think it's a banshee for all he fucking knows. Maybe you lifted up your starport and put down the tech lab and fucking started researching cloak or whatever. Like
that was a Liberator, but you have no way of knowing whether it's a Liberator or whether it's anything else.
no, he does have a way of knowing. It's by seeing your early two gases. Why the fuck would you make a? Okay, no, that would be really, really, really dumb. If you make a medevac along with this build, like you notice in the front, he only has a siege tank and 2 marines. Like, why would you make a medevac? That's just asking to fucking die. if he does any kind of early push, so you have to fucking make a liberator or a banshee.
He blindly goes triple CC too with no scout. Huh.
I mean, you kind of put down that 3rd CC before knowing how much. That's cool. Whatever. But that 3rd CC is pretty standard, unless he wanted to just start up marine production and put down 2 more barracks. But then, I don't know. That would be kind of all in at this point in the game. That 3rd CC is just like the next step, really. Especially because he sees that Avilo doesn't have a lot of infrastructure within his base. So fucking obviously Avilo does not have a lot of shit producing in general. There's a random marine in the middle of the map. Just splitting off marines for vision. Believe we're gonna see a complaint about the 3rd. Kinda soon.
Why does he have a marine at my fucking 3rd base? Holy shit.
No, because they're worth 50 minerals and you just sort of spread them across the map.
Like, oh my god.
Oh your god, what? You really have no reason to complain here. You see that he's been on reactor barracks production the entire fucking game. Of course he's gonna be spreading out fucking marines. There's no reason not to. Especially if he saw that you were going so heavy on the gas. That's not. What are you gonna spend your gas on? Marines? That's not how the fucking game works, dude. Of course you're gonna be spending on fucking gas units. And your gas units are not gonna be fucking mobile. So, fuck. The only assumption is fucking siege tanks or whatever. Why not move out with random marines across the map? Scout whatever you can see.
This shit is so blatant.
Wow. Now you see the cloak banshee. Just another scan.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Save the scan for a banshee too? Like, I don't know what the fuck this
I mean,
is.
he kind of has 3 command centers. It's not like he's dropping only mules on his main all game. I mean, you saw that marine, right? I hope you saw that marine there. So, like, once you see that marine right here, you should probably just assume he was spreading marines across the map to scout instead of saying that he's a stream cheater or a hacker. Maybe use your brain a little. I don't know. Wow, so dog.
I'm actually gonna get turret range right now. He has no idea where my units are. Of course, he attacks right here. You have no idea where any of my units are, you dumb fuck.
But, so here's the problem with that line of reasoning. Like, it doesn't matter where your fucking units are. He knows that you have fucking sensor towers up the ass, right? and the most recent base you're gonna have taken is your third. So guess what's probably the most exposed base? You're gonna want to attack the third. It's not like you just fucking attack according to where the units are. You can fucking poke in and just see if like you get shot by a couple of siege tanks and then back off. He has a more mobile army than you. It doesn't really matter where the fuck he's attacking. Like the third base is gonna make the most fucking sense, regardless of whether or not you have units there. If he sees that you do have units there, he'll just back off. If you don't have your units prepared there, then you're just gonna fucking lose some shit. Maybe you should have just had your units in place. I don't know. If you had a bunch of shit at your natural, it wouldn't have done you any fucking good. That natural is already pretty well defended, especially because you have siege tanks crawling out of your fucking main to your natural. So the problem here was your positioning of your fucking siege tanks, not that he was attacking where your units weren't. Fuck me. And I honestly don't know why he doesn't just drop mules in the main. There's like no reason to drop mules at a gold.
It's so dumb. Like, playing stream snipers is so fucking stupid.
I mean, nothing really suggested that he was stream sniping you.
Just take liberties.
Let's see. At this point, if I were him, I would start backing up a little. What do you mean insta scan? Of course he's gonna quote unquote insta scan. He needs to know where your shit is. Like, exactly right there, I called it. The moment that you see a couple more siege tanks creeping up to try to get in range of your shit, then you're just gonna dip out if you're the more mobile army. There's no reason to try and sit there and trade with like a bunch of fucking siege tanks shooting at your shit. And of course he wants to fucking scan.
I know that I'm saying that because there's some dumb fuck in the chat that's probably saying like, well, you got.
He lost a couple of supply depots there. But yeah, of course you're gonna fucking scan there if like you have to know whether or not you can still hold that fucking position.
No, he killed 4 depots. Killed 4.
Yep.
4 fucking supply depots. I like how he didn't even attempt to drop. He didn't even fucking attempt dropping the
Go on, finish your sentence. I'm really interested in what you have to say here. I'm really interested on what your rationale for complaining about something is. Again, what was the next complaint? If he didn't
even try to drop my main at all this game.
Well, maybe it's because you have sensor tower rings around the entire fucking bases that you own, and the fucking safe assumption is that you have a ring of missile turrets around it. So why would you just go and drop blindly into a main and lose like half your army into... It doesn't, no, he doesn't care where your units are. He cares where your fucking missile turrets are. And your missile turrets aren't fucking moving anywhere. Your sensor tower's not moving anywhere. He's gonna see your fucking sensor tower range and just not go in that fucking area with dropships. Hiding it in the fog of war? Maybe he's just placing units where they would logically be placed. See, in this situation, lower those depots, move a couple siege tanks up here, maybe just put 2 over here, and then bring a couple back over to the mouth of your natural, siege them there. Boom, you're defended. Even has fucking siege tanks in the main and shit. Like, you're fucking... You're defended out the ass. I don't know why he's pacing back and forth with these fucking siege tanks when they really, like, maybe leave 4 of them unsieged and then put like 2 in fucking good positions and just have them hold that.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? Of course he's gonna be sitting right outside your fucking sensor turret range. What the fuck? See? Wow, look. Fucking siege tanks. Defend that third. Getting a doom drop ready. Maybe, or he could be mass expanding because you have no pressure on his side of the map. You also have like no fucking vision other than scans, so he knows that he's gonna be economically ahead if you're not dropping any money on mules. or any mana energy on mules. That's the thought.
Oh, 6 scan, buddy. Same place twice in a row.
Well, I mean, he just wants to know where your shit is. So he saw your fucking shit moving back and forth from your natural to your the mouth of the natural. So has a couple shit dying to a siege tank. Da da da. Let's see.
Just another idiot. I love how he never, like, he's not trying to attack my third anymore. And of course, the reason he's not trying to attack my third is because he knows I left 6 tanks there.
Well, I mean, he sees like the bulk of your army too. He's fucking. I don't know. I feel like it's a safe assumption. If you attack a third and then you fail, right? You get fucking thwarted by some siege tanks pushing up. You have to back off from the fucking third earlier in the game. Maybe the guy is gonna put a couple more siege tanks over there to hold it better. So maybe it's just not a good idea to throw away fucking resources at a third that's probably gonna be fucking defended. And again, he's got those like small squads of units right outside the sensor tower range of every fucking sensor tower. So Avilo, you've seen that a couple times now. You've seen him just sort of park his shit right outside your sensor tower range. Don't be surprised that his fucking shit's gonna be in those areas. Yeah, maybe he does want to doom drop you. Maybe you should move your units.
This is why mech is so fucking tough to play.
The reason why he's scanning that same area at the fucking front there is to see whether or not he's able to doom drop. That is a smart deduction. Smart? I mean, that's like the obvious deduction that Avilo's made. So, in Avilo's shoes, what you have to do is make sure that there's zero chance of a fucking doom drop happening. What he's doing, the way he wants to do that is by putting up a shit ton of fucking missile turrets everywhere in his main. The other person, he's looking for opportunities. If he sees that there's no units here at the fucking mouth of the natural, then he's just
right here,
not gonna doom drop, right?
Like, he can threaten to backstab into my main at pretty much any point.
And if he sees all the units there and sees a couple of them unsieged, then he again still can't.
I have to be careful for him transitioning into bullshit mass liberator.
Like okay, hold on. I just lost my thought there. If he sees that a couple of your siege tanks are not sieged up over there in the natural, then of course, like, you're not gonna drop into the fucking main. They could just walk up and fucking defend everything.
So that's why I'm really fucking careful.
So there's another scan right over the army. So he sees everything unsiege and move over here. Okay, now doom drop is gonna happen. Now, because you just gave up your positioning. You gave everything up by sieging up your tanks, moving them to a different fucking position there. So please, let's just see. Just watch the mini-map and see if there are red blips.
Thank you for the donation, real big nuts.
I don't know what he's doing with his Vikings and Ravens either. Like, the smart thing to do is move them to where any kind of drop would be happening, so you could just snipe.
Oh my god.
So you could just snipe the drop ships as they're coming in. Again, more scans just to make sure where the units are.
There's not even any DTs in this game, man.
This game is really loud. What?
For fuck's sake.
And you're putting down even more starports. And all your fucking siege tanks are up here. Doom drops.
So the reason I know this guy is a piece of scum is because all of a sudden he stopped attacking the right hand side of the map, But he's not scanning here. He never scanned that.
Because
he never scanned to check, like, oh, does he have it?
that's not his concern right now. He doesn't care whether or not you have the fucking right side of the map. He has the entire rest of the map now. And earlier, again, he attacked the third and he was fucking pushed off from it. So why would you keep throwing your shit at the third? It doesn't make sense.
The units they're defending, he never scanned me, so he has no idea. Like, there should be no way that he has any idea of like any units that are there or not.
The stim forward force.
Like he's not attacking there at all. Like
the siege tanks to siege.
Why is he never attacking?
Yep. Okay, that was pretty smart by that guy. He stimmed forward here with a small army to make the big bulk of Avilo's siege tanks siege up there in the natural. So now that everything is sieged up and immobile, he's gonna come in with the doom drop. If you look at the mini map real quick, you'll see all the red blips coming toward his main. And he puts down point defense drones. That's how he gets through all the ring of missile turrets. Wow.
This guy is fucking retarded.
He's not retarded. That was actually a really fucking clever play. Fucking making use of the point defense drone to be able to drop safely into the main and destroy all your infrastructure. So from now,
he literally waited that long to do that. It's fucking disgusting.
Why not? You're sitting.
It's a fucking joke.
He waited that long just to do that. That is like a really, really weird statement for someone who sits there with his army waiting for the opponent to make a mistake to attack into his shit in order to win the fucking game. So of course that guy's gonna wait for opportunities and openings when like you're just not gonna be as defended and shit. Like if your entire playstyle is just waiting, the other person could just fucking outweight you.
Sick fucking stream cheater.
Sick stream cheater? No, he forced you to siege up at your front, so he could get a free drop in the main. And now, yeah, no infrastructure. His money's gonna climb. Really, there's no realistic way that he's winning this game right now.
Now, after I move all my tanks away. After I move all the tanks from this position, now he's attacking it.
Well, no shit, dude. You have to defend. You moved your tanks because you felt you had to defend the main. So, of course, that's an obvious assumption. If I doom drop my entire army and all my supply into your main, you're gonna have to move your supply and your army to defend your main. So why would you be defended in other positions? Of course he's gonna swoop in and try to do something over at your third. Don't complain and whine about it like a bitch when it's like the obvious fucking tactical decision.
He never attacked there the whole game. He never showed like that he wanted to attack.
Because he didn't need to. Because he knew that you were fucking defended in those moments. Like the entire fucking time I've been explaining, right?
At all. But I'm like the moment I move the 6 tanks away, like he goes and attacks there. Like okay.
Yeah, man. He's.
I guess. That's not how the game works, but alright.
It kinda is. When you misposition your army so many times in one game, maybe you can get pulled apart. Maybe.
Holy shit.
I think like the biggest problem, the easiest way for him to have won this game is to position his Vikings in areas that make fucking sense. He saw that the bulk of the other guy's army was sitting there in the lower left side of the fucking map. He saw all the dropships, he saw everything. So why not move your Vikings and Ravens over to that side? He even said that a doom drop, the other guy was just waiting to doom drop his main. So why not just position your Vikings and Ravens over on that side? The other guy isn't making fucking siege tanks. He's not gonna come in fucking have 20 siege tanks in your front and then out siege you because he has vision over your shit with fucking air superiority. So just move your air over somewhere else. It doesn't have to be above your fucking siege tanks. And again, these are out of position. Those siege tanks aren't gonna cover enough of the base.
Like, why is he
like,
not,
see,
like,
those...
What the fuck, dude?
What do you mean, what
like,
the fuck? You position your fucking supply depots on the edge of your fucking range of your siege tanks. So, of course, he's gonna just take the free supply depots. If he inches any further, he knows he's gonna get shot by some siege tanks. He just saw you move them over there.
Not attacking places that It makes no sense with this. How this
No,
guy plays.
it makes
He
plenty
doesn't
of
scout or
sense.
scan,
He
and then all of a sudden he decides to attack.
he doesn't scout or scan. He's been scouting and scanning the entire fucking game. What the fuck are you talking
In,
about?
like, locations that don't make sense. For like, look, like he's avoiding these tanks that are sieged.
Well,
He
yeah.
doesn't know that they're
He does know that something at least is there. His vision is this upper half of your base. If he doesn't see any siege tanks in this upper half, then probably they're gonna be on this lower half. So, of course, he's gonna be around them. He's gonna try to skirt around the range of your fucking units. He's seen that you've made fucking siege tanks the entire game.
Scans when they move up.
Why would you not scan? He needs to know how long he can hold the fucking position up there above your base.
Shit.
That is how the game works.
That is actually not how StarCraft 2 works as a game.
Avilo, I feel like you're the one that doesn't really know how StarCraft 2 works as a game. Okay, now you see he took all of his fucking main army out of the fucking main base. So, what are you gonna do now? What is the decision? Oh, you see everything there. You moved everything out of position to defend a main that already was vacated from the fucking enemy's forces. So, now you're out of position again. You got caught out of position again. So now you lose your front. This is like the only logical conclusion, no?
Once again, he's doing this with no units. With no units and no vision. This is the same dumb fuck I played on the other map.
He just had vision of all your shit. He just saw that you moved all your stuff into your main to defend it, like your abandoned, dead main. So why would he not push in on the other side of the map? He fucking moved all his shit anyway, too.
Where units are, bro. You can't do moves like this when you have no idea where anything is on the map.
I mean, he could. This is actually really bad for him. I don't know why you're complaining. This is like a free fucking trade.
Holy shit.
Like, you don't have anything invested in that third base anymore. I don't know why you're complaining about fucking him flying over your shit, losing all his medevacs for free, fucking losing his entire army for free. That was a good trade for you, Avilo. And now you're moving all your shit in the wrong place again. No.
I actually think this guy is hacking.
So, you don't have to defend that third. That third is not important. If you moved your fucking siege tank, like they are already on the way here. If you just sieged up here, you would have been able to hold this like area at least. You don't need that third. That third is not important.
On that other map, I beat him on Dusk Towers because of the fact that the map, like you can split the map in half. But like the fact that a lot of the game he has no vision, and you notice like look at it, he's stimming. He has no fucking vision. He has no vision.
He doesn't need vision, dude. He knows that you're on like no economy. You have no army supply. Even if he loses his entire army with a bad stim into it.
Can't attack into there when you have no vision. You don't.
Yeah, he can. He can attack into there with no vision. He doesn't need vision, dude. He knows that you don't have anything left. He has the entire fucking map worth of resources. He can afford to just throw shit at you until you lose. Like.
I don't know what's there. Holy shit!
Especially because he knows that like you lost all your infrastructure in your main, so how could you possibly ever reinforce quicker than he could?
Holy shit!
And even then, like he lost the majority of his army there.
I actually think that guy is legitimately a hacker.
No.
I want to show you guys the replay. I want to show you guys this replay.
Let's see the replay, man.
The 6 tanks I have on the right hand side, and that explains a lot about this game, because those 6 tanks that I put on the right base, he had units outside of that base. He never sent them in.
He had units outside of every one of your bases, right outside of your sensor tower range.
Game. He never sent any units there the whole game. And then the moment that I move them away, he sends 3 medevacs over there. So let's check this.
Because he knows that you were trying to defend your shit in other places, dude.
Holy fuck. No, nothing yet. Just keep speeding through this.
I'm just gonna skim through this.
Played a hacker.
Played a hacker.
I was wondering. I'm like, why did he never? Like he's such. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, hopefully, like that's enough to convince you that like maybe Avilo's a little dumb. I mean, everyone knows that he's been done. I don't know. Maybe this is just another like public lambasting of him, or fits into that narrative. But like, I'm personally having fucking watched StarCraft for the past fucking how long? 6 years? 7 years? 8 years? I've watched a couple fucking Brood War matches myself too. Fucking back in my day. But yeah, having seen this guy fucking pop up over and over and just be like the most insufferable fucking asshole. Holy shit, man. It's pretty frustrating. So I took my frustrations out on him by doing this fucking analysis. Hopefully fucking we all know that Avilo is probably just bad.